All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Team USA Junior against the Big O MVPs. Team USA, of course, selected by the JRDA coaches back last fall. They'll be playing in the first ever Junior World Cup July 8th and 9th up in Kent in Washington at the Showare Center. Teams coming in from Argentina, Australia, Canada, and two teams from the United States.
I was going to say, Daddy-O, I believe we have a West and an East, correct?
We do, West and East, two teams. We've got a little bit of representation from both here.
Do we? Excellent.
But right now, going through the roster for Team USA as they're beginning to take the track, talk about things. We've got 314 Speedy Peaches, 28 Gallifrey, number 15 Kieran, 23 Afro Jamurai, 17 Molly Knox, number 89 Big Mac, number 241 Lily Dowd, 33 is Aquanacu out, 411 is Little Fist Fight, number 0 is Cookie Dozer, 97 Root of All Evil, number 9 Baby Hurl, number 21 Phoebe, number 5 Disliker, number 35 KB the Rockstar, representing teams all over the West.
And a few of those, 5 of those skaters added today by the coaches as they didn't have enough to fill the roster, brought in some of the what they felt were the better players from the teams that played here this weekend.
Absolutely. I'm noticing some of the names that represented the Team USA that did a demonstration over at the Blood and Thunder World Cup.
And as for your MVPs, I will not match up the numbers to the names at this point because I want to list them by teams. From the California Mayhem, your MVPs, Love Tap and Evil Alice. For the Seattle Derby Brats, MVPs as voted by the other skaters, Amelia Darehart and Maximum Glitter. I-5 sends Frank the Bunny and Tiny Terror to the line. Portland Rosebuds with Pain Forest and Little Bunny Bruise You. From the Mob City Misfits, Turbocharged and Just Daisy. From the Rolling Rebellion, Rhiannon Cannon and Angry Bird. And for the Emerald City Reservoir Dolls, Slam Shady and Tiny Badness.
That is going to be an excellent team. Team USA going to have their work cut out.
That they will. And some skaters for on both of these teams just finished got about a 10-minute break.
That they did.
They're back to it.
10 minutes during which they got to warm up.
Yes, they did. Fortunately, they're young and they know they can work fast.
So, of course, being a junior game, we still do gear checks. Got to make sure the kids are safe.
Yes, very important. Safety first, kids. Safety first. Make sure those mouth guards are in.
Yeah, some of those mouth guards are really in.
Yes, very much in. We will apologize in advance if we miss some names. Some of the uniforms have names on them, some don't. Some have numbers, some don't. And I'll be honest, I don't know all of these skaters. I had to ask several of them what their name was and what team they were from.
That is probably the case for myself as well. Some of them coming from out of town. Both of us, of course, based here in the Northwest. But that's okay, we'll figure it out.
Yes, we will. Now, I did hear the referee saying at least they're going to do 15 minutes and the jam refs will switch sides. I'm not sure if they'll take a timeout at that point or if they'll just let it run.
So essentially a half hour of roller derby.
I do see a period clock of 15 minutes, so maybe a 5-10 minute break, not sure.
That is the case. Unfortunately, my roster left me.
It did. But we've got Angry Bird on the jammer line for the MVPs.
And that is KB the Rockstar for Team USA.
I thought that was KB, and he's sporting those nice red, white, and blue shorts. So we know what team he's on.
And that whole red shirt.
Yes, and then Mistress Mouth next to me banging on the table to shake my microphone. That was very nice.
That was very nice. I heard that.
And I'm sure you listening at home heard it as well.
There we go, 5 seconds. KB the Rockstar looking around. Back on the jammer line. There we go, whistle off. KB the Rockstar inside out, engaging with the MVP up front.
An Angry Bird bumped to the outside by Lily Dow. Lily Dow of the Portland Rosebuds taking again a shot to the outside. Angry Bird rolled out. Angry Bird with the Rolling Rebellion. They played Portland earlier.
That they did. KB the Rockstar, her teammate, but playing on USA for this one. Still trying to make his way out. Looks like he's up against Love Tap. Makes his way around lead jammer for Team USA.
And KB the Rockstar actually, I believe, out of the California Mayhem.
That he is.
Whereas Angry Bird, Rolling Rebellion from Denton, Texas.
True. See, I got it wrong already.
That's all right. They're both co-ed teams, and they're both up in the JRDA rankings. Angry Bird out of the pack. Afro Jamurai throws the hip and knocks her out of bounds.
And that is what the Afro Jamurai does.
She does indeed. Little but tenacious on the hip checks.
And great with her timing. Definitely a reason why she's on Team USA.
KB the Rockstar threw for 5 points. First blood to Team USA. Angry Bird now finally clear of the pack. Love Tap backing up his teammate. And KB calls off the jam. 6-0, Team USA.
And now we're going to have to 4-1-1. That would be Lil Fist Fight for Team USA.
Lil Fist Fight out of the Seattle Derby Brats.
Yes, she is. Plays on the Galaxy Girls.
That she does. And Frank the Bunny for their in-state rival I-5 Roller Girls. Frank the Bunny having a great weekend, tearing it up.
Lil Fist Fight also doing well herself. Both of them awesome jammers. Lil Fist Fight pushed to the inside, has to recycle. Around the outside, pushed there too.
Meanwhile, Frank the Bunny pushing to the front. Just Daisy at the front of the pack trying to clear things away for her, but not able to. And a Little Fist Fight pops out the front of the pack and is your lead jammer. Second lead jammer in a row for Team USA. Team USA pack thinning out a bit. There's 2 blockers in the box. And that frees up Frank the Bunny.
Lil Fist Fight, of course. Oh, she was on a scoring pack, but unfortunately called for the cut track, so that will give a power jam to the MVPs.
Power jam and a small pack. Frank the Bunny through micro pack there as only 1 blocker on the track.
MVPs tried to hold back her friend as she's coming off the penalty bench. Now they've got 2 up front. Frank the Bunny zips on by the outside. 5 points for the MVPs.
And 55, Karmic Death, who, looking over my roster, I must have missed when I was writing it down on the track. Also from I-5 and also on Team USA out of the box. And trying to slow things down. A Little Fist Fight out of the box. As Frank the Bunny pushed to the outside, no lead jammer. Of course, 35 more seconds of jam time. Little Fist Fight
making her way through for 5.
Thought she did, but the USA back in the lead, 11-10. As Frank the Bunny now stymied behind the 3-wall defense of Team USA.
Little Fist Fight makes her way around. Just Daisy picking up 4 points on that pass. As the jam clock winding down, both jammers trying for a few more points.
And Evil Alice throwing a hip to break free, or try to break free. Frank the Bunny not able to. Jam runs out. 4 points for MVPs, 2 more for Team USA. 17-14, USA 3-point lead.
Number 33, Aqua for Team USA.
And now we're going to have Aqua knock you out for
That
Team USA.
Indeed, Tiny Badness, our MVP jammer.
And who do these 2 play for? I believe that would be STV.
I believe so. Aqua knock you out, yes, indeed.
Aqua knock you
She's-
out.
Sorry,
STV,
I was
Tiny
writing a
Badness.
note. I didn't hear what you asked. And then I thought you were asking about Tiny Badness, and I'd have to go to the phone to find that one out.
Yes.
Aqua bumped to the outside, backed up. Tiny Badness backing up as well, and finally through the pack to not your lead jammer. That Aqua knock you out, who picks up the points and calls off the jam, all 5.
She had picked up the jammer lap point earlier, got all 5 points. So USA pulling to a 22-14 lead. And we're going to have Kieran already practicing his skater stride there on the track.
Kieran always dancing, that kid. Kieran with the Mob City Misfits, one of the brought on by the coaches for this evening's bout. And Maximum Glitter from the Seattle Derby Brats, one of our MVPs, jamming for Team MVP.
Kieran trying to make his way around Love Tap. And
Love Tap
Tap gives him one.
Oh, I love watching Love Tap. That kid, big and good with the hitting, and he draws the cut on Kieran.
Kieran barely dragging that skate out of bounds, gets the cut track, so a power jam now for Maximum Glitter and the MVPs.
I'm going to have to go back into the archive and watch the Rolling Rebellion against California Mayhem game just so I can see how Love Tap and 99 Problems handled each other, because both of those guys big and very agile. Very fun to watch.
It's going to be so awesome when it gets to the MRDA, isn't it?
Exactly. I know at the Wild West Showdown, Love Tap was already being scouted by several men's teams. 5 points for Maximum Glitter.
Oh, Maximum Glitter stopped in her tracks.
And KB the Rockstar, high block, but does knock her out of bounds. Lily Dow backing up to pull her into the corner as Kieran out of the penalty box.
Kieran trying to thread his way through, but he's got a very tough four-wall to beat, including Love Tap, who's right up against him.
Love Tap going up on the toe stops, remembering not to move in the counter, or the clockwise rather, direction. Glitter knocked to the ground, calls off the jam, but did get 2 extra points at the end, and that makes it a 1-point game with 8 minutes to go in this first half.
Number 5 something in red for Team USA.
Evil Alice jamming for the MVPs.
666 Evil Alice.
And we're trying to find a number for our USA jammer here.
That is not Disliker, and I think it's another that I missed in my list. It was tricky. They were warming up, and I was trying to write down numbers and names as we went.
Unfortunately, we didn't get rosters for this one.
No, we did not. I'll see if I can recognize who it is as she comes around. It's number 518, and I'm sorry I don't have a name.
But either way, MVPs have lead jammer 518 right behind.
Beautiful hop of the apex by Evil Alice to collect all 4 points.
USA got 2 on that, so juniors MVPs pick up the lead 25-24.
And Team MVPs sending out Rolling Rebellion's Rhiannon Cannon to jam.
That's right, and that looks like Karmic Death for Team USA.
Karmic Death of the I-5 Roller Girls.
Yep.
Heavy Northwest presence on this Team USA squad, obviously, because they can get here. It's close.
Yes, they can. Of course, the tryouts for these teams took place in Seattle and down in Merced in California, so that they had a couple of chances to try out. Karmic Death, of course, tried out in Seattle, had an awesome tryout.
And she's now doing an excellent job jamming. Is your lead jammer Love Tap into the penalty box. As Rhiannon Cannon still struggling to get through. Turbocharged trying to help out, but a little fist fight there to knock her to the outside. Almost recycled her, but not quite. And Rhiannon Cannon around the outside of Gallifrey and through, not lead jammer. That, of course, Karmic Death with 5 points. Calls off the jam.
And nothing on that final pass, but we kind of expected that.
Kind of, that quick call off. See what you can get done.
And Evil Alice back on the line for the MVPs. And as soon as we can see a number, unfortunately, she doesn't have one on the back of her shirt.
I see a 1 at the start on the arm, but that doesn't help much.
Love Tap back out off the penalty bench. Both jammers engaging in the back. Evil Alice having a little bit of trouble. That 4-wall of red in the back. MVP's working up front.
And our Team USA jammers trying to step around, working her way past number 33, Slam Shady, and Slam Shady bumps her out and rolls her back.
Team MVP grabbing lead jammer as Love Tap recycling the USA jammer all the way to the back.
And Love Tap picking up a penalty on that pass. That's Molly Knox from Lava City, the jammer number 17.
Yes, it is.
Only took that long for her to come around where I could see the number on the sleeve. But now I'll try to remember the curly hair. I could go off the yellow helmet with all the things, but she was wearing a cover on it, so that doesn't help.
But I recognize this USA skater. That is KB the Rockstar.
Indeed it is, an Angry Bird, one of our MVPs.
USA with a 2-point lead going into this jam. KB the Rockstar trying for the center of the track. Trips over a skater, making his way on the inside. A little hop over the apex. Lead jammer, Team USA.
KB the Rockstar and a lot of the boys skating in the open division of the JRDA, super agile and very quick. And a slightly different style. I'm not sure if he's played hockey or if he's a speed skater or what, but the footwork difference, subtle but there. 5 points for KB the Rockstar and another hop of the apex for another 5 points.
KB the Rockstar putting on a jumping clinic.
Jumping high and pulling the legs up so they don't get caught by someone's hip. And another 5, this time conventional move to the outside.
Nice little hockey stop around Just Daisy.
And Angry Bird finally clear of the pack, looping around, but KB the Rockstar now rolling on his 4th scoring pass. Does come through with 2 more points. Team USA stretching out now 46-27 with 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Gallifrey on the line for Team USA. Giving a hug to Tiny Badness.
Tiny Badness on the line for Team MVP.
Both teams starting at about the midway point between the pivot line and the jammer line. The whistle blows. Gallifrey pushed to the outside. There she goes through. Lead jammer, Team USA.
Gallifrey, the Emerald City Reservoir Dolls, who just played moments ago against Mob City.
That she did on Team USA with her teammate Speedy Peaches.
That she is. And sneaking around the inside, Tiny Badness. But 5 points up for Gallifrey. Yeah, looks to her coach Vito, tries to jump the apex, lands out of bounds, goes to the ground, and trips up. Turbocharged, and that is a low block penalty.
That it is, and she knew it.
She did, and not the way. You don't want turbocharged landing on top of you. I suppose we could say at least it wasn't Love Tap because he's a lot larger guy, but still.
I wouldn't want any of them landing.
I don't think so either. So Power Jam now for the junior MVPs. And Tiny Badness bumped out and recycled back. Kieran throws a shoulder to knock her out of bounds. And she backs up.
Recycling her back to turn 2.
As her home team teammate, Gallifrey, out of the penalty box and now engaging with the pack at the front. And Love Tap again. A little fist fight there to meet her as she rolls into the pack.
Rhiannon Cannon and Turbocharge working well together, holding back Gallifrey. Turbocharge, last one to beat. Gallifrey working on it around the outside. There we go. 4 points for Team USA.
And time runs out on the jam. We will get one more in as we've got 32 seconds or so to go in the half.
That is true. MVP is picking up a few points at the end of that jam. 55-30, or 35. So only 20 points.
And now we've got Maximum Glitter on the jammer line for the MVPs.
And I believe that is Cookie Dozer.
That is indeed
For
double
Team
Z.
USA.
Cookie Dozer out of the West Sound Roller Girls.
Cookie Dozer, oh man, she's got speed.
She does have speed, and she's got great footwork and finds just enough line on the outside. Blasts around the pack. Quick lead jammer. Maximum Glitter, meanwhile, knocked to the outside, takes a hip from Lily Dow and bumped to the in, while Cookie Dozer pushing through the front of the pack.
So what is it when a tripod means the fourth one?
It's a quadrupod. I have no idea what we call that. Someone needs to come up with a name and email me immediately.
Cookie Dozer cut the track.
Oh, bump to the out, just drags the toe, and out she goes. Maximum Glitter trying a star pass, had dropped the panty, but does pick it up, passes it successfully off to number 33, Slam Shady.
Slam Shady alertly saying, hey, I can't pick that up.
And wisely knowing she couldn't pick that up, otherwise another pass of the star or another penalty would be accrued. And finally, Slam Shady with the star on her helmet clears the pack, not lead jammer. No lead jammer, in fact, 43 more seconds in this last jam of the first half.
That is true. Speedy Peach is up there holding back the MVP jammer, allowing Cookie Dozer to get out of the penalty box. So a successful penalty kill by Team USA.
And 5 more points for Team USA as well as Cookie Dozer skips through the pack. Pack now thin for the MVPs, down to 2. Amelia Derhart cycling forward to try and help out.
Cookie Dozer called for another penalty. That's a forearm. So she'll head back to the penalty box.
And she will sit in the box through the halftime period, as we have only 4 seconds to go in the half, and she's just sat down now. Maximum Glitter released from the box as the clock runs out.
So at the half, Team USA leads 64-39. And it looks like we'll be back in 15 minutes.
We'll see if they adjust that clock.
They might. 1 minute for the halftime.
There we have it. And the clock is back up. I'm like, they're not taking 15 minutes off in a 30-minute game. That's crazy talk.
That would be crazy talk, but you know what? It would give us a chance to go and get... Never mind, everything's closed.
It wouldn't, exactly. All things are torn down. There's nothing to see here. Move along, please. Just leave the webcast on this, because then you can look at our beautiful faces.
You could. Right there, our beautiful faces. So here at the half, I want to give a reminder to everybody about the JRDA's World Cup. Team USA, of course, going to participate there July 8th and 9th at the Shower Center up in Seattle.
And that's right before the JRDA National Championships, correct?
That it is. National Championships taking place also at the Shower Center.
Just a few days later that weekend.
That it is. And if you are an official, you're out there, and you're interested in officiating either the World Cup or the JRDA National Championships, head on out to juniorrollerderby.org, follow the links to the tournaments, and click on that officiating application.
Hey, Daddy-O, who's jamming for the MVPs?
Just Daisy.
That's right, it's just Daisy.
Just Daisy, just the only jammer.
As Cookie Dozer still sitting in the sin bin.
Cookie Dozer, the only one in the sin bin 4-on-4, right up there on the pivot line. That'll give Just Daisy a chance to get a little speed, size things up, and she does. Blasts on by her own teammate, Afro Jammer, picking up lead jammer.
Just Daisy spent several years in the Seattle Derby Brats, transferred to Mob City this year and tearing it up there as Mob City become a very strong team in the open division and doing very well in the ladies only division as well for the JRDA.
That they are. They have a great team up there, great program coached by Corey Payne.
When you get a Team USA skater coaching your team, that's okay.
That it is.
5 points for Just Daisy as the MVPs move up to 49 now. Cookie Dozer out of the box and has passed the star off.
Just Daisy getting 5 more points, so the MVP is pulling to within 10.
She passes it off to Molly Knox, the pivot. And Molly Knox looking at the ref as if, am I lead jammer? I don't think I am, not sure. I I do see an official review symbol going up from the MVPs.
She couldn't have been the jammer. She was the pivot.
There we have it. That's why I was wondering why she was looking at the line. Now jamming or set up once we're done with this official review for the Team USA. That is number 9, Baby Hurl from the Rolling Rebellion.
Right, and number 66, Frank the Bunny from I-5 on the MVP. Of course, the official review, as soon as we know, we'll let you know. Because for some reason, I think that wireless mic is not going to go over the internet.
If they catch it, they can put it on. We'll see if our producer picks that up. Hopefully, he will. If not, we will translate what comes over it. We are sitting with 2 blockers from the MVP team in the box and 1 sitting in the box for the Team USA. The one in the box is Molly Knox, who was the pivot on the past jam and received the star.
She did, but she called it off and therefore received a penalty. Now the question is, it looks as though she is sitting it as the pivot.
She is sitting as the pivot, so perhaps it was an illegal pass. Not sure. But here comes Alan Your Grill to tell us what happened. All right, so the MVP team was challenging the star pass. The penalty had already been issued. So therefore, the star pass did not happen. Molly Knox sits in the box as the pivot. And out the front is Baby Hurl. She is your lead jammer. And on a power jam is Frank the Bunny cutting the track.
Baby Hurl with an opportunity for Team USA, picking up 3 points and no pass, no penalty, so she didn't get the 4th on that one.
Baby Hurl doing a great job jamming for Rolling Rebellion in an early game today. Had 39 points on a combination of double power jam and excellent defense by her team.
That she did. She's also very much a powerhouse on her team, jamming jam after jam. She'll pick up 5 points, call off the jam. Team USA stretching the lead 76-55. And we're going to have a little bit of an official timeout.
They want to make sure everyone ends up where they should be. Gallifrey thinks where she should be is on the jammer line with the star on her hat.
And I think she may be right. Speedy Peaches giving her a little bit of a, this is what I'm going to do. Gallifrey by herself on the jammer line with the power start. There she is around the outside. Lead jammer, Team USA. Frank the Bunny out of the penalty box. So the power start effective for Team USA, grabbing lead jammer.
But the broken up pack by Team USA also effective for Frank the Bunny, who swooped through very quickly. Gallifrey trying to take a point, bumps her way off number 531 Bunny.
That she did, and something I just saw in that pack, I don't know if you were able to see, but Speedy Peaches taking on Love Tap to clear the line. That was impressive.
Speedy Peaches can almost do no wrong. She is very, very good. And she's going to be scary when she hits 18 and joins an adult league.
Oh, she is. I'm sure that Emerald City is looking forward to that day.
I think they're hoping she chooses to go to the University of Oregon, stay in town, and play for them. Indeed. So after that jam, 87 Team USA, 55 for the MVPs. And Team USA sending number 21 to the line, whose number I don't appear to have on my list. Look at that, another error on the part of the announcer.
Those never happen.
Never, ever.
Either way, a power start for number 21. Tries the outside. Just Daisy is right there. But Just Daisy went to the inside, trying to close off the line where number 21 was not. So lead jammer for Team USA.
And Just Daisy receives the star on the pass, squirts through. That is her initial pass. And the Team USA jammer calls things off. Looks like a 5-0 run, taking Team USA to 92. And the junior MVP staying solid at 55.
And Evil Alice taking the line for the MVPs. And that, of course, is KB the Rockstar for Team USA.
Number 666. Evil Alice.
Evil Alice run. Oh, wow. KB the Rockstar right around Amelia Derhart on the inside. Lead jammer USA.
And his home team teammate, Evil Alice, trying to fight her way through the front. And KB the Rockstar hopping over a foot is clear for 5 points. Oh, but a cut track called and shifted to a forearm. So KB the Rockstar sitting. Evil Alice hops over the inside, glides with Lily Dow, and that was a cut track because she rolled out and rolled back through. So we will have a jammer swap out as KB the Rockstar still sitting in the box. And as Evil Alice sits, he is released, so under a 20-second penalty, and a huge jump of the apex by KB the Rockstar.
Does he have rocket skates?
I think he must. He's either got rocket skates or those special springy legs that they invented for the Olympics opening ceremonies. In any case, he's got 5 points on the board. And slows down.
Alice back on the track out of the penalty box, so the power jammer is over.
Yes, KB slows down a bit. Evil Alice now pushing to the front. But no such luck getting through that pack. Whereas KB the Rockstar finds a gap on the inside.
That he does. 5 more points for Team USA.
Evil Alice bumped to the outside, recycled back. KB shouldering his way through. Maximum Glitter and Amelia Derhart. Home team teammates trying to hold him down, and a large hip check from Tiny Badness bumps him out, and Evil Alice flips around the outside. 5 points. Forces the call off. But KB getting 2 more, 17-9 run for Team USA Juniors.
Team USA Juniors 109-64 for the MVPs. Just want to be clear, you have representatives from both Team USA West and East here on the track, as well as some fill-ins from some of the people that the coaches saw something special to fill in the gaps. We didn't have enough here to make the full team for Team USA. A little fist fight jamming for Team USA right now. And that is number 2. I believe that is Tiny Badness for the MVPs.
Yes, indeed. And Just Daisy backing up her former teammate, little fist fight. And is skating forward to be able to hit her again.
I think they know each other a little bit.
I think they do. They've played for a few years together.
That's one thing about a lot of these kids, both on the MVPs and Team USA. You have a lot of years of experience in these junior skaters, and they're just getting better.
Yes, they are, and Just Daisy lowers the boom, knocks Little Fist Fight into the infield and recycles her back. Meanwhile, at the front, Tiny Badness still trying to work her way through. Little Fist Fight heading to the penalty box, and Tiny Badness finally has had enough, hands it off to Turbocharged. And Turbocharged, steps out of bounds, called for the cut track.
So cut tracks by both jammers, and that'll end up with a nice little swap out.
And penalty box otherwise now empty, both teams at full strength. 6.5 minutes to go in the game, 40 seconds or so on the jam clock.
Little fist fight out of the penalty box as Turbocharged sits down. Sees a gap on the outside, she'll take that. And there we go, 5 points for Team USA.
Team USA now up 114-64. Turbocharged out of the box. Pack rolling to the middle of the straightaway. Speedy Peaches trying to hit, but slips to the knees, has to let him slide by. And 5 points up for Little Fist Fight as Turbocharged finally threw. That was the initial pass for the MVP Juniors jammer.
Time running out. Little Fist Fight just let that happen.
Yes, she did. And now we will see Love Tap jamming against Kieran.
This should be fun. Love Tap, of course, a big, powerful player. Kieran relying on those fast and agile feet.
That he is. And Speedy Peaches sitting in the penalty box.
Love Tap. Last Cookie Dozer.
Uses the power.
German.
Cookie Dozer facing him, so he's allowed to bump in and manhandles her out of the way. And is your lead jammer half a lap ahead of Kieran, who finally pops out of the pack as well as Team USA starts speeding things up. And Love Tap again, this time closed out. And bump to the inside, has to recycle back.
Cookie Dozer and Afro Jammerite fighting for that recycling.
Speedy Peaches out of the penalty box, trying to slow Love Tap down, not able to. Love Tap coming up on the inside, throws the hips forward, knocks Kieran out, and he's waiting, calling for his team to come up. They don't, so Love Tap heads on. He's hoping for a little baby eating.
Thought he was, but I think Team USA in front, alertly keeping the MVPs back.
Yes, very good work by Team USA, and again, swings around. Speedy Peaches closes the door on him. Calls off the jam, does pick up 169 for the MVPs, a 4-point run.
But Team USA 123, MVP 69, just under 4 minutes left. And now we're going to have KB the Rockstar for Team USA.
And his teammate, home team teammate, Evil Alice, jamming for the MVPs.
Evil Alice with a nice move, avoiding the attempted hit by KB the Rockstar. KB the Rockstar pushed to the inside by Just Daisy.
Beautiful shot by Just Daisy with the shoulder to bump him out and then back up, trying to get back in front, but KB the Rockstar jukes around the leg. And he is clear again and is your lead jammer. And hey, look, the pack is setting up perfectly for him to leap over the inside. But he chooses not to, slowing down and bumping in. I think things had spread out enough that there was not enough room to land.
That's entirely possible. Either that or you saw Just Daisy and said, I'm not going to try.
And KB the Rockstar tripped up for a moment, but back on his feet and through with 4 points. That's Evil Alice bumped to the inside by Gallifrey, backed up and knocked out this time by KB the Rockstar. Oh, who picks up a high block. And Evil Alice passing off the start of the pivot. Who's the pivot again?
Just Daisy.
That's right, Just Daisy.
Just Daisy gets a star on her head and out of play block. Clears the line for her.
And that pulls Lily Dow out of the back for Team USA. And Lily Dow, an excellent blocking force. Gallifrey, however, not afraid to throw another body in front of someone.
You do what you gotta.
You know you do. She pushes Phoebe from I-5 over in front, and this time Phoebe returns the favor, but Just Daisy keeping on the feet, stays in bounds, but does go to the ground. 5 points, however, as KB the Rockstar out of the penalty box.
KB the Rockstar out of the penalty box. His pivot right there with him, clearing the line. I suppose that's the benefit of coming out of the penalty box together.
Exactly, you can have a lead blocker rolling in through for you. Molly Knox leading the way, and KB the Rockstar taking full advantage. And another 5 points up. And that will give us a tie, just a slight advantage for Team USA, 14-12 on that jam, 137-81. As we're down to the last minute and a half of this All-Stars versus MVPs game.
That we are, and now at the line for the MVPs is Turbocharged. Turbocharged from Mob City.
And I believe that is Maya Grain, number 5150. Jamming for Team USA.
Maya Grain making her way up front, trying to gain a little bit of distance. Turbocharged pushing against the back, bouncing off of players. Finally getting away up to the front, but Maya Grain through for the Jammer, Team USA.
And Turbocharged bumped out of bounds, backed up by a little fist fight. A little fist fight in Afro Jamurai, also former teammates on the Seattle Derby Brats. Doing a good job on the defense, and 5 points up for Maya Grain.
Turbocharged still on his initial pass, trying everything he can to get around his own teammate, Afro Jamurai.
And Maya Grain running hard into the hip check from Tiny Terror. But trying to walk away around the outside, finally does. Picks up another 5, calls off the jam. As time ticking down to 12 seconds, 10, and the MVP team calls the timeout.
With 8 seconds left.
8 seconds left, you got the timeout. What the heck? People want to see more Derby, right?
They do. It's been a great weekend of Derby. I want to really thank the Big O for the opportunity here for Team USA to play a game.
Absolutely, and special thanks to Blaze Streaming Media for streaming this out on the World Wide Webs, and for WFTDA.tv for hosting and sharing it out. It's been nice being able to bring the weekend of Derby to you. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have any commentary or would like to make any notes, please hashtag them Big O 2015, and copy the Big O tournament is on Facebook. You can post on their wall. And they will, I'm assuming, respond at some point. They've got an entire social media team working on things here, so.
That they are doing a great job of it. I've heard a lot of great things. Some awesome comments coming from the people out there on the interviews.
It has been a fun tournament. And also a thank you to our photographers. I see Steve Sharkey Mancini out in the center of the track. He helped wrangle all the photogs for this weekend, and does great work himself, works mainly with the Portland teams. And if you're not following him on the Facebook, you should, because great Derby photography coming out of him and all of the folks working this weekend.
That's one thing I noticed. Of course, I only came here today, but while I was out, the photos were hitting the web almost immediately as soon as the bouts were over.
That they are. Lead jammer number 17, Molly Knox for Team USA. And the jammer star being passed off to Love Tap, and Lily Dow going chest to chest. And Love Tap getting passed up. 5 points up for Team USA. Love Tap still stuck in the pack, does have that helmet cover in his hands.
Cookie Dozer trying to slow him down a little bit, still trying to get around. There's the end of the jam.
And jam called off Maya Grain. That last line of defense holds Love Tap back, so no points in that last jam for the MVPs. Team USA Juniors 153. Junior MVPs 81. That's not too bad a difference.
That's not too bad a difference at all. Team USA, of course, taking the win, and I am really looking forward to seeing that team.
That will be fun to watch them, and also as the Team USA West taking on Team USA East, plus all the other countries. How many countries are we looking for at the?
Well, we have Australia, we have Canada, and we have Argentina, as well as 2 teams from the USA.
All right, so 5. If I do the math right, that's a 5-team tournament.
5 teams.
Is it a seeded single elimination kind of bracket, or?
I am not sure.
Round bracket. You're not in charge of setting it up. You're just a rep. Well, Team USA taking their lap.
Congratulations to Team USA.
And with that, we will sign off. Thank you for watching the Big O. That's the last game here on track 2. Coming up on track 1, I don't believe it started yet, but it may have, is the U.S. Adult Women's Team USA versus the MVPs from the WFTDA women's teams playing this weekend. I believe it was 1 MVP per team, and that is also going to be a fabulous game.
That would be an awesome game to watch.
So for Daddy O and the rest of us here at the Big O, I am Scott Chicken. Thank you for tuning in, and flip over to track 1 and watch that game too.
Thank you. Good night.